Another day, another dollar, another dollar, another drop in the audience score. 14%, man. 14%. I didn't think it would go any lower than 15, but 14, last time I checked, doing some of that new math, 14 is still lower than 15, right? Yep, nope, exactly. And, well, it's still certified fresh from the critic guy. Okay, so there's a review bombing that's happening. It's just, on the critic side, because anybody who recently watched, episode 4, holy crap, like, we knew to brace for impact when it came to episode 3, and there are so many different ways to attack that. There's the obvious up front and center cringy lesbian space witches with their own take on the not force witch magic. Nobody's even sure at this point in time, but by the people that seen the first 4 episodes, they reassured us that episode 4 is not going to be that bad. It's not as bad as episode 3, okay? 3's the worst, and 4's just kind of boring, it just kind of, languishes in the background. But what we did end up hearing on that is, hey guys, there's going to be pronouns in it, and if that's your big takeaway on this, still at level 1. Okay, because as cringy as this is, and we could just go ahead and play the clip on this to be completely honest, like, it's bad. It's pretty bad.
Who is that? That's Basil. Is he or they with us?
Oof, oh my god, is he or they with us? You're putting modern day isms in a galaxy far, far away in a time long, long ago, because you just can't help yourself. Okay, you see a critter like that and it's like, just listen to it talk, and it's Star Wars. You're accustomed to seeing alien creatures. Are you constantly tripping over yourself so that you don't want to misgender any alien creature, not even knowing if they use classic human sexual dimorphism? Or sorry, differentiation. Dimorphism is completely different. So yeah, you see facial hair like that, you probably hear a lower tone of voice. It's natural to think man. Plus, of course, you're dealing with Leslie Headland, so I could understand the confusion at play. That's the only reason that it's there, okay? It's just this stupid and just this ham-handed as any other writing on this terrible show. Lucasfilm and the Acolyte made it clear that they're pushing a transgender agenda by including a scene questioning the pronouns of a newly introduced Tynan character, Basil. Oh, hello, Basil. Not the fun Basil, right? Official Star Wars account on X, introduce the character writing on X. Take a peek into the Acolyte creature shop and meet Basil the Tynan tracker. Yeah, another character like everything else that's been introduced in the Acolyte that will be forgotten the moment that the show is ultimately over, even though the impact of the series will be felt for a long time, mostly because they don't really care about the story. They care about the message. So as if it wasn't obvious enough, actress Daphne Keane confirms Star Wars The Acolyte is pushing a queer agenda. You've seen Leslie Headland and Amanda Stenberg laugh about how gay this series was, and now that a lot of people have seen it and can confirm. So yeah, of course, man. Like, what are we doing here? Daphne Keane, who plays, yes, Jedi Master Soul's Padawan Jeki in Star Wars The Acolyte, confirmed that the series is pushing a queer agenda. Megan O'Keefe at Decider asked Keane, is The Acolyte continuing its wonderfully queer agenda by introducing a possible romance between Jeki and Osha? Because that's what we want, man. And that's what also would make this story just so much better. Just more scissoring. More scissoring. Keane responded, I'm so happy you asked me about this, because God forbid I'd answer like a Star Wars related question, but that's because it's my favorite question ever. I think people from Jeki, or I think for Jeki, it's very confusing because as a Jedi, you're not allowed to have feelings. Oh my God. But this is the crap that they care about. Not about telling a good story, not even telling a coherent story. It's all about, ooh, look at lightsabers and light scissors, and that would be one thing, right? Like, it would still be cringe, it would still be awful if this is basically what the show was all centered around. But that's just the window dressing. That's what a lot of people have picked up on, and obviously the whole pronouns and lesbian space witch chants, like, that's all cringe, okay? That's cringe, bad, and stupid. But that's stuff that it could just be self-contained in one goofy little series and then, of course, thrown to the side, but then, of course, made reference of whenever they want to continue to try to push that stuff to a diminishing return later on. Thankfully, most of the people that would point out that, yeah, ooh, the pronoun stuff and the overt queer agenda, yeah, that kind of pales in comparison to the incredibly poor writing, the laughable dialogue, and now just the lore-breaking stuff that we see on display. Because if you remember, right, like everybody was pointing to the fact that, oh, this is going to be set, okay, the Acolyte is set 100 years before the events of the Phantom Menace, right? And everybody could remember the line from said movie.
The Sith have been extinct for a millennium, possibly.
So yeah, it hasn't been seen in a millennia. So what exactly does Leslie Headland decide to do? As you can see from the tweet that's right down there. Oh, take Ki-Adi Mundi and put him in the series and then have him contradict what he said in the Phantom Menace. Oh no, okay. And if there was any confusion, it's like, okay, maybe that's just another Jedi Master from Ki-Adi Mundi's race. Okay, maybe that's the case. But then you got the credits right there, and you can just clearly see that, yeah, that's a master. Ooh, a master of all things. And this series, okay, this series is set 100 years before the prequels. Oh, okay, cool. So episode 4 just contradicted the prequels. Just put character that said there had been no Sith in the galaxy detected for over a millennia, and he put him squarely in the story that tells the tale of how multiple Jedi have been killed already, and a couple more are set to be killed into the future. Even if you don't think, even right now, okay, because Smilo Ren hasn't officially been revealed as anybody completely affiliated with the dark side. The fact that actual master, prequel trilogy, Ki-Adi Mundi, didn't make mention of this, didn't have it written down, didn't make mention of this, you know, during the selection process, whether or not Anakin was fit to be trained to become a Jedi, that, oh yeah, no, there was this thing back in the cut some 40 years before I was born. We'll get to that in a moment. That nobody in the Jedi Order even decided to note down that, yeah, there were a couple of Force-sensitive twins that ended up getting snatched up for training, one of which would later go on and kill multiple Jedi. So yeah, this whole training children that have grown up with attachments, it's probably not the best thing. There's no mention of that at all whatsoever, because this is a fanfic. It's written like a fanfic by an avowed lesbian, makes it all about her pushing her own personal politics, and now, for as much as she said, well, contradictorily so, this is made to respect George Lucas's Star Wars, but then at the same time, George Lucas isn't the be-all, end-all of Star Wars. It's actually Leslie Headland's duplicitous statements. But here you have Star Wars Theory again. If you don't know, okay, just a refresher course, the largest independent Star Wars channel online. Ki-Adi Mundi said the Sith haven't appeared in over a millennium during the Phantom Menace. How do we retract this? Let's just write him into the show. But Ki-Adi Mundi isn't born for another 40 years. Yeah, isn't born for another 40 years and is already a Jedi Master. Something that's going to take a minute in order for him to ascend to, right? No one will notice, and if they do, this is my canon now, just do it. Yeah, we noticed. Wikipedia tried real hard to cover that one up. Got it all live in real time. Yeah, post the edit later. Yeah, man, because they were trying to go, oh, geez, how do we make that? We just got to change everything. Honestly, I didn't think they would get any more lore-destroying. Surprise, surprise. You just wait, because I still think that they're going to do a Yoda key jangle at the end, trying to think that that would go ahead and get some of the fans on side, but in actuality, that's just going to piss off more people, because, yeah, you already did something to somebody that you didn't think would end up getting character assassinated, but here we are. We took the guy that said Sith hadn't been in the galaxy for over a millennium. Of all the people. Of all the people. Then you got the Defense Force that's out there, right? Okay, because refuting Star Wars theory, just going, yeah, okay, yeah, this guy's A, not supposed to be alive, and B, what the hell are you doing destroying George Lucas Star Wars even further? No. When he cared about theories, lore videos, and genuine Star Wars content, I admired his work. Now, it's all about his vanity and grifting. I mean, you take a look at what he's saying right there, and it's more important to the lore, really. But hey, man, to each their own. Now he just makes red videos on wokeness and denounces women, generates controversy reviews, and fakes his reactions. He's just awful. I mean, no, not really. As somebody who from time to time does watch his stuff, especially when, oh, look at that, Mueller is working with him. Yeah, it's so crazy how quickly they deperson you with a standard toolkit the second you no longer love the new Disney slop. Yep, exactly, because That's why you never, ever, ever cultivate an audience like that at all whatsoever, especially ones that will go to such incredible reaches like this.
Actually, Ki-Adi Mundi's appearing, it does not break canon, because his birth year was never established in canon.
Because nobody thought, it's like, oh good, that guy's established as being like in his 40s or his 60s. He's middle-aged, obviously.
Yeah, it was only established in Legends.
So, okay, cool. So the stuff that Star Wars now unironically pilfers after they decanonized it. So you're just going to go ahead and bring in a character whose lifespan no longer has to adhere to that canonized state that it would be in episode 1, the Phantom Menace we're talking here. You can just do, willy-nilly magic, mind magic with that. Okay, and at this point of the episode, he never knew that a Sith is behind anything. That is still unknown to him. But what's patently and obviously known to him and to the rest of the Jedi Order, he's a Jedi Master, for God's sakes. 2 of his co-workers have been killed by an assassin. But he doesn't know for sure, okay? Just like we don't know for sure how long his life could be. We don't know for sure when he was born. Like, holy shit, man. These are the Star Wars fan that Disney wants, okay? This is the audience that they've cultivated. So you know what? You want to go ahead and toss to the side the guy that dedicated, over a decade of his time, took all the slings and arrows. You want to go ahead and jettison him for the slop consumers? You go right ahead. We will continue to not even pick this stuff apart, because it's more like pluck this stuff apart, because the contradictions, the failings are so goddamn obvious. Even somebody who has a passing amount of Star Wars knowledge as I do can go ahead and point out the inconsistencies. And that, yeah, you can just go ahead and let your shills try to clean up the mess. See how well that works out for you in the long term. You'll probably get them to just hang on right until the end of this series, but best of luck in your future endeavors, you bunch of hacks. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.